So now the most important thing is actually, why do we need prioritization? We actually set up what is prioritization. We understood what do we kind of prioritize. But then the important thing to understand is why, what is the value add of this kind of a prioritization? So if you see this, I mean, the people say that so many things to do, I don't have so much time. I have got very little time, but so many things to do, right? So we all are bound by this. It's not whether we are small, whether we're young, we are old, whether we are, in Asia, Europe, what life cycle we are in, whether we're into IT, non-IT, it doesn't matter. What life stage we are in doesn't matter. We are actually stuck with this aspect of doing so many things within such a small time. That's the problem. We all have the constraint of time. Time is the biggest constraint. So we need to take decisions. We need to take decisions in terms of what we need to do, who we need to talk to, why we need to do some things and why not some other things, where we need to do some things, right? How we can go about doing things, or whether it could be the work-related stuff or life-related stuff. There's so many decisions we need to take. It's all about decisions in our life. And it's important we prioritize these decisions depending on importance versus urgency. Decisions have to be taken and we've got to do certain things, but then some things can wait, right? So what things can wait and what things need to be done now is all about prioritization. That's what is prioritization all about. It's also about unlimited potential. We can do so much. I mean, I remember one of the sayings of Archimedes, the greatest scientist or inventor, I could say, the Greek inventor. When I was studying in my childhood, we actually heard one saying of Archimedes who says that, give me a lever long enough, I can actually lift the earth, right? I can lift the earth if there is a lever long enough to be able to lift that. If you give me that, then I can show it. I can actually lift the whole earth because it's round and it's a ball. But then the point is all about giving our creating that kind of a big lever to be able to lift it. It's like somebody saying that, I'm actually very strong. I can be really strong. I can lift that whole big mountain. Okay, fair enough. Go ahead, do that. All you need to do is to just lift it and put it on my shoulders. I can lift it, right? So that's the whole approach that we have with the work and productivity. There's so much to do. There's so much potential for innovation, potential for work. But the problem is with the resources, with the paucity, with the scarcity of resources that we have. It could be time, people, skills, whatever you say. It's all very limited. So within the limited period, what can we do? How can we optimize? How can we kind of make the best use of the people, their time, the materials, the money, and all the other resources, the soft resources, the hard resources? It's all about how we can work together to maximize this and minimize the number of the resources or the amount of resources that we consume, right? It's all about that. And that's what management is all about. Management is not about getting work done by people. Management is actually the word management is to do something in such a way that you're minimizing the number of resources or the amount of resources that you use to create a maximum output from that. That is management. So in the context of, for example, right now we're talking eco-sensitive, ecological, and environment-friendly solutions because there's only one planet that we have. I mean, we keep talking about all these things now. Thankfully, people are getting a lot more and more aware about the aspect of how we should protect our planet. There's only one planet, Earth. We can go to Mars. There are some options there, but then can we survive and live in the same way that we are here? Right, that's all about how we need to kind of prioritize our ways of work and ways of living to maximize our outcome and outputs from here, as well as minimizing the consumption of the resources. So they're talking about making carbon neutral, right? So you're trying to actually offsetting your work. If you're traveling from here to New York, for instance, from London to New York or from London to Mumbai, you're actually consuming a lot of your the carbon fuels generated from the travel. So how can you offset that? Either by planting 10 different trees, or by doing something which can actually kind of offset, or which can which can balance and compensate that consumption is what we are talking about now, right? So that's the consciousness, that's awareness that we're talking about. So again, prioritization. If you've got 10 different things, the 3 options that you have to do something, the option that we need to work out is what is the best option in terms of my needs, my goals, and my my resources. And then the second option, the important thing that also need to consider, the layer of filter, is you also need to consider, is it good? Is it moral? Is it legal? Is it safe to do? Is it convenient, safe, legal, and moral to do for the rest of the people? And the third most important filter that you need to apply in terms of prioritization is it ecologically safe? Is it good for Earth? Is it good for the planet? Is it good for the environment? Then you do it.